Well, hello there. Just making a quick little ride here through the rich people's neighborhoods to get up to what I call the playground, somewhere I've had videos on before. But basically, it's just a little mountain range. It's all government land right on the outskirts of town here. And it's got lots and lots of trails, lots of single track that the motocross guys put in. Just lots of fun stuff to sort of just explore and zig around on. It's also a great area to practice to get to be a better rider, which of course I'm in desperate need of, so that's why I'm heading that way. But first we got to get through all these little suburbia areas here where the homes are a couple $1 million starting. So I know I'll definitely never be living up here. But riding my 99 TW, that's barely holding together, I think, at this point. Yeah, I don't fit in too much, but that's okay. Thanks for coming along for the ride, and we'll head off towards the trails. It's funny to think that this area is surrounded by multi-million-dollar homes. These houses have been here since I was a kid, which is roughly 45-ish years ago, I guess. Yeah, definitely there's aging me a bit. But yeah, they've just held out, and so you can see this still has a rural feel to it. And it's kind of funny, there's a checkerboard out here, which means you've got squares of national forest land mixed in with the private land, and it's completely random from what I can check. It really doesn't follow a particular path or particular, square like you get around the railroad tracks. So you can see, like right here, where this yellow sign is, so the land to my right and the land to my left is government land, and it only goes for about 1/8 of a mile or so, and then you get right back into private land again. So it's great for these guys. You get nice open spaces between the homes. Always a chance of a risk of fire out here. Back, I think it was around 78, they had a massive fire burn through a large portion of this area out here. I don't know if it ever took down any homes. I know the houses across the street from my parents, if you chip the paint off, you'll find the old red borade drop that was put on, the fire retardant that was dropped. That's still there. They just put it right down on top of the houses. My parents' house is right across the street from that. This is White's Creek. Comes down from a bunch of springs way, way up in the Mount Rose Wilderness area. And makes its way all the way down here. It's got a fantastic mountain bike trail along the side of it, by the way, if anybody's into riding in Reno. The White's Creek Trail starting at Thomas Creek and going up is really nice. That's Thomas Creek Road, I mean. So this road used to access certain things back in here. Now it's just mainly an off-road adventure road. But it used to be paved because the county had a paved. They had a quarry back in here, a gravel pit. And for years before the houses built up around here, everybody would come back here and shoot guns and stuff. And now it's not allowed. Just way too many people hiking, walking their dogs, etc. So the sheriff will come find you real quick if they hear the bang bang. But then the other thing is there's a bunch of silver mines on top. I think I've mentioned them before in other videos, but the area was named Galena because the silver ore was full of galena, which is a bright silver colored rock. Really pretty stuff, but it's typically found along with silver. So they named the area Galena, and the mines are back in there. I'm not exactly sure where the ghost town at Galena was, but who knows. Ooh, just had a low-flying jet go over. They didn't catch it on camera, but it was loud. So anyway, and also I say anyway way too much. So anyway, we'll go back and explore some of these trails out here. TW, go! Broken up volcanic rock everywhere. Stuff's like little dinner plates. Running them over. You see Reno in the distance out there. Beautiful clouds. It's been nice to get some cool air in here. Been hoping for rain, hopefully no lightning. But you really see it good. Of course, you got the Sierras right there. The other thing I'm blessed with. Fortunately, it's almost entirely wilderness area, except for where the ski resort is over there. So, not too much TW exploration. It's kind of heartbreaking. I have to go south quite a ways before I can get in the trails that go into the high Sierras. To the north, though, I've got the Lost Sierra, which is only about maybe a half an hour ride for me to get into. And the Lost Sierra is endless roads. I mean, it is spectacular riding. A lot of people, I think, don't even realize just how good it is, which is keeping it mostly quiet on those roads. But there's just so many of them, and they wander all over. You got creeks and peaks and various things that just really make it cool. You got all these cool little jumps and stuff. Just get the practice. You know, for guys like me who are not getting enough time out in the field here. Woo! Yeah, got someone living up here temporarily, I guess. Get the practice of the big rock crossings. Of course, all these climbs in and great views too. Always a little fun. These rocks. Yeah, there we go. Boy, I wish there was more trails back in there. Such a beautiful mountain range. 10,700 feet tall. I'm such a lousy rider. Oh my gosh. There we go. See some of the rocks here. Yeah, there we go. That's the Montreux Golf Club, some PGA course over there. Again, something I don't do and won't do. Can't afford it even if I wanted to. As a kid, I explored all over in there. It was easy. That was only 3 miles from my house, so I have been through every possible trail I could find and a heck of a lot of cross country up every one of those canyons. Used to love it as a kid. Don't have the time anymore. Really miss it. Woohoo! Go, T-Dub, go! The one time the Shinko 241 really shines. It's just kind of rocky, loose, powdery soil. 10 psi and away you go. I know, again, I see it on Facebook all the time. A lot of people think the Shinko 241 is an absolute turd. But I'll tell you what, at 10 psi, maybe as low as 8, this thing just rips through this stuff. I have zero grip issues. Now, mud's a different story. I have gotten this thing in the mud and it packs solid. Yeah, the 241 is definitely a dry weather tire. So how many of you guys out there are sitters rather than standers when it comes to riding these motorcycles? For me, the T-Dub, even with the handlebar risers and everything else, just feels a little awkward standing up. It's probably just me. But now the fact I'm not young anymore and find myself being lazier and lazier. I probably sit way more than I should. Matter of fact, I'm probably sitting about 99% of the time when I should be standing. But I've just gotten kind of lazy, I guess. I'm definitely more of a sitter than a stander when it comes to the TW. The downhills is where I really need to practice standing up because, as I say over and over in every one of my videos pretty much, I am not a downhill person. I have real issues mentally with it. And I know standing is way better than sitting for that. But when I come down stuff like this, like right now, I'm comfortable sitting on it. And it's hard to tell. This is probably about a 20% downhill grade here. And I'm okay on it, you know, when I'm sitting. But as soon as I stand up, especially in the shaly, slidey stuff, I start to get way too nervous. And I already do lousy on these downhills anyway. So, but I get around for the most part. Sometimes it's inching all the way down the mountain. I know when I've ridden with some of the guys that I've met over the years, I feel embarrassed. They head up the hill, and I'm like, well, I'm going to stay down here because I'm never going to get back down again. But, you know, what are you going to do? Oops, squirrel! Oh, and he left a cloud of dust. So this is another neighborhood called Callahan Ranch. So that's where the mountain bike trail comes in down here. Fortunately, can't take this up there. So I just thought, oh, I'll just come down so I can practice that downhill, and we'll turn around right here and go screaming right back up it. Ooh, big rut. Oh, yeah, a hard time standing might be better for certain male plumbing, so to speak, too. Okay, well, let's go on up the trail here. You can see the pine trees up there, the ones that have survived the recent fires anyway. We had a big one come through and take out a good portion of them. It's always a fun little climb up here, though. Really good practice up and down. Really loose, rocky stuff. Nope, somebody lost a bumper. Whew. Almost lost it there. Yeah, good practice climbing these horrible roads. Just water wash, something fierce. Oops, I think I chose the harder way. No, go there. Whew. Target fixation. Now look ahead, not straight down, dummy. Yeah. Go T-Dub. Woo! Rock bridge. Well, gotta be careful. Don't want to start a fire in this tall grass, but I think we can go down here. Never been here before. Let's go check it out. There's loose rock everywhere, more pallets. Oh, yeah. No big deal, but it is nothing but loose rock. Go T-Dub, you can do this. Go, go, go. Okay, the rocks wanted me to roll to the right. I did not want to roll to the right. Oh, this is rocky. Does this thing go? It may be one of the abandoned old roads that goes into suburbia. Sorry, get it. I don't want to drop off into the houses. Yeah, I think this is one of the old abandoned roads that goes down into suburbia. The problem is they cut into the slope down there, so these roads in at a vertical drop off. Okay, so we got going here. We have a chilada. I'm not drinking that. Yep, full cans of chilada. There we go. That just sounds horrible. I'm not even sure what a chilada is. Isn't that like tomato and beer? Something disgusting. How old are these anyway? That's still good. Okay, there we go. Chilada. Maybe I'll bring it back. Chill it down. That's pretty funny. The random things you find in the desert. Oh my gosh. That is insane. I think I need enough space for it. There we go. Chilada. Oh boy. Oh, jeez. Oh. Woo. Yeah. Go. Like the Forest Service boundary sign. There we go. They did it. Mostly. Like I said, steering is optional. As is suspension. Cool. Okay, let's see what other trouble we can get ourselves into. It's really hard, I'm sure, to pick him out on this camera. It's probably impossible, but somebody made it to the top of the peak in front of me, probably using a road that I passed earlier, and up there doing selfies. Got their and taking pictures of their bike. Oh, and I think what's going on my trail here? Oh, no, you know, maybe we can connect up with this guy. I don't know. This is all new. I haven't been up this one either, or if I have, I don't remember it. It seems like all these end in a death drop at the big abandoned quarry, but maybe I'll be lucky. Yeah, there's the guy. Oh, I'm not getting over there. Yeah, he's on the opposite side of the quarry. Oh, well. Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure this thing just dies out here. Yeah, let's take a look. You never know. It's the worst. As I've said before, what's the worst that can happen besides falling 100 foot into a quarry? Well, if you're lucky, it goes around it. Maybe. Oh, look at this. Yes, it goes around. And a new area to explore and screw around in. I know one thing, you don't want to go too fast when you're zipping around the quarry here. Like this. I just know there's a huge drop off. Woo! I'll take it easy. Yeah, got a barrier. Stop us from plunging to our death. Yeah. It's straight down next to my right there. We'll stop and take a look. Let me spin it. Let me turn us around here. Yeah, okay. There we go. Beautiful view of Reno. The quarry way down there. Used to be able to come up here and drive when I was a kid. There's the road we just came in on, I think, right back there. But, yeah. That's pretty steep. So in front of me is the jumbo grade country that I was in the last video. And, boy, our road just disappears. But all that's open riding out there. Trails everywhere. A bunch of mines I've never even been to that are essentially right over there in that area there. So way out in those pinions, you can kind of see the dots of them. Always wanted to look, never been there. Oh, here goes selfie guy. Probably gonna bomb this thing compared to me. I'll be inching it and he'll be flying it like it doesn't even go downhill. Yep. Good for him. course, you already found the first mistake. Can't hit this little section too fast. Down, down, down. Into the crud. Yeah. Those rocks so big. Tito's like, what are you doing to my suspension? Phew. Lost him quick. Definitely got to watch for other bikes around here, though. Perfect. Well, now for the road out. So, thanks everybody for coming along, and hope you enjoyed my pretty not too thrilling as far as exploration goes, but fun little training detour there. Lots of fun little roads, you know, and stuff. So at least I had fun, and hopefully you had fun listening to me chatter along here. So everybody have a great day and make the most of it. If you have a bike, get out there and ride. And hopefully the temperatures are staying under control and you're not getting too much rain. So everybody take care.